Radio on Berlin.
The Tape Review Show.
You're listening to Radio on Berlin and the Tape Review Show. And
yes,
Rinus van Alebeek and myself, Adrian Shephard.
Yeah.
Here again.
Okay, we jump right into deep waters because we continue where we left you last time.
Things are different now, though,
Although
aren't
they don't know where we left them or where they are.
Where are we?
Dear listener,
Exactly.
Doesn't matter. On my right-hand side, I've got a tape with all kinds of titles, and most of the titles indicate that they don't know what the title of the track is. Then there is a zine, and there's a year, 1986. And
It's not 1986 now, though, is it?
no,
Is that when they sent the tape?
yeah,
What?
I think
That's
so.
even before Radio On started.
They were
About 30 years. How many? What? How? Go on.
But if you have a photographic memory
Of 1986?
of everything, then you also have a photographic memory of your vision.
Ah.
And if you remember well the works of Gurdjieff, where he passed the Gobi Desert, it also happened on the way back, but in the future. And as it happened in the future, which started in 1986, there was someone carrying this booklet and this tape.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how it arrived over here. It's a long, long trip. You just have to remember it.
Is there any sand in the tape there?
Ooh.
Good question, huh? Oh, it makes the sound of a camel.
No, yeah. And also the door that closed when they gave over this packet.
Yeah.
So, if I've got the name right, it's Kazuhiro Ohtsuka. I hope I don't make any mistake here. And he is a regular.
Ah.
And I always am very intrigued by the tapes that he sent because, one, they are from 1985 or 1986. Most of them are live recordings. And what you listener don't know, but before this show started, I was talking about wine and about farmers' wine. So wine actually made by farmers and made to become wine because they were kept in barrels in the stable, and you could smell and taste from the wine where it was kept. And the same thing I have, yes, when I listen to these tapes. I get a very vivid imagination of what the time was like, what the people were like, what the ambience was like. And that's an extra quality of these tapes, that they can transport you to that time.
Yeah, okay. Why don't we do something that we don't do normally, is like play a tape early on in the show?
Yeah.
That's a good idea, isn't it?
So it might also be start in the middle of somewhere, and the tape doesn't say which is side A and side B.
True.
So I don't know what the name of the track will be.
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
But anyway, the label is Trial Run Tapes.
Great. From the desert. listening to Radio on the Tape Review Show, and Renus was just playing...
Yeah, some tracks from an album or from a cassette that's released by Trial Run Tapes back in 1986, and there are Japanese signs on the side of the tape, and maybe they are all Japanese signs. I don't know.
True. Yeah, Renus is handing it to me like I can read Japanese. Not the case. But who knows which track that was? Which side of it was it?
I don't know. Can you
don't know
distinguish
which side was A and which side's B?
Because
it does say A and B on it.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's an A. There's an A and a B. So which side
is it
were
holographic?
you playing then?
I was playing this side.
In case anyone's interested. Yeah. Okay. So side A. Yeah. So that might have been avant-garde. Germanima or Monomagnon Fana Al Fana Untitled, or it could be track number 3, Trial Run, because it's about halfway through, and that's me. That's as far as my Japanese goes, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
There you go. So maybe more from Trial Run tapes during the show.
Maybe, but maybe for sure in the future, because I got an email from our friend in
From 1986.
Yeah, I think it's in Tokyo, and he promised to send way more tapes. So
Super duper.
we might end up later this year in doing a Trial Run Tapes special.
Great.
Only dedicated to those tapes that we got so far and that we might receive in the future. And even if you don't send them in the future, or whatever time, dear Kazuhiro-san, we are already very glad with the ones that you sent.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
We can keep playing them.
we go to Italy now.
Let's go to Italy. When did this arrive then? So there's a padded envelope.
Not too long ago.
Right in front of me.
This is to my address where I live 3 years now.
Okay.
And not to the former address, but that we also managed to do to have people wait for 5 years, and then they were very, very happy, like they were waiting for us on an island. And
Some beautiful stamps here.
ooh, yeah, he's a postman.
He's a postman, so he can post his own parcels.
Yeah, he's a
way.
philosopher and a postman. I don't know if
Perfect.
if
like
it-
Bukowski or something like that. Post office. Do you remember reading any of his stuff? Bukowski, Charlie.
No.
Oh, you're the only one maybe in Berlin that's never read
Yeah,
any of his stuff or drank any of
I
his
I didn't read the two big B's like Burroughs and Bukowski,
Oh, wow. That's great.
or the
I'm
three
impressed.
B's like Ballard, if we may.
Oh, yeah. J.G. Ballard. Okay.
if we
Right.
may add him to.
Did you purposefully ignore them then, or avoid them, or just it wasn't the
Well,
time in your life?
Bukowski was at some point so overhyped that I thought, I'm not going to read
way.
something from someone who's constantly drunk and and thinks that he's a beatnik. And if you're a beatnik, you should have been dead for
Yeah.
30 years already at that time that they were
Sure.
writing about him.
But you didn't read any of his stuff, though.
No.
Okay.
And and Burroughs,
Case rests.
Burroughs, I find really, really boring.
Ah,
Whoa.
but you've never read any of his stuff. You must have
I
read
tried.
something.
I tried.
Which one?
I
Naked
don't know.
Lunch? Don't know.
I don't know. It
Something.
was just boring.
When though? When was it? During your punk days? Or,
Maybe a little bit later,
yeah. Uh-huh.
or
'Cause
maybe
you're-
also a little bit before.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I've got to say, because you're really widely read, aren't
Oh.
you? Would you say you were a reader? You're a writer?
Yeah.
And a reader.
No, but this.
I just want to put things in context here.
No,
for anyone
I
that's listening.
do read books. Yeah.
I know you do. And a huge amount of stuff. But it's kind of interesting that there's these kind of figures that you've... But I understand. I get it. And sometimes it's just if you're in... It was the right time in your life, for example, because I remember reading Ballard stuff when I was living in Brighton, and it was just so transportive. but it was right for me at that time.
Yeah, but I never tried it. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not
And
good.
there's a lot of I mean, it also kind of sci-fi shorts and things. Sci-fi shorts, new new kind of clothing thing. I'm just going to keep that to myself. Not that I would ever be a clothes designer. I don't think I've ever done that in my life. Have you ever known any clothes designers?
Oh, I was
experimental.
I was engaged to
punky.
someone.
Oh, you were
clothes design.
engaged. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, here's
Yeah.
a story. Go on.
Yeah.
Tell us about it. What happened?
Well,
It didn't happen.
the relation finished.
Okay.
No, but we're still good friends, and
Good. Yeah.
she tries to get back to designing.
Oh.
But you have to make a living, so
Yeah.
she works in a restaurant, and she designs
Sci-fi shorts.
amuse-gueuses, the appetizers, which are really compositions that you think, well, you're going to eat this, and how much time you put into it to put this all together and make it look like this. And then you see that there's just a plate full of these appetizers, and it's all miniatures, and it's with such an elegant food. And
that's the food.
That's the food. And I visited her 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago, and having seen these pictures and coming back to the place that I knew so well, because I could really feel that I spent an important part of my life in that region. But of course, if you come back after such a long time, some people who you knew are dead.
Yeah, in the restaurant.
Not in the restaurant.
Okay.
On the parking.
That wouldn't be a very good restaurant.
On the parking lot, for
Not
example.
a good advert for it.
But and some of these stories were really, really tragic. So I thought we could make a book together in which she would give short instructions on how to make these beautiful miniatures, and I would write murder stories. I thought
murder stories,
and that would go back. Or murder stories, just people who die, and not that are murdered, but that people stories. So nothing exciting, just very sad. And
what happened to them then?
They died.
Yeah, but how? Were they people you know, or their stories?
Yeah. Directly, a father, the one of the last girlfriends of a father who died, and that was all people who die very lonely. Like from where is my how do you call this? The insulina. If something with your sugar.
Insulin. Yeah.
So if you don't find the injection in time, you die.
Yeah, sure.
And if nobody notices you, then somebody might walk past that car for the second and third day in a row, and I think, why is that person still in the car? So being found like that, and
full of flies.
Maybe
with the windows shut.
Yeah.
So
that was one of the stories that I thought I have to go back and feel the neighborhood and write it down. And then on the next page that would be one of her miniatures with very beautiful food.
So what happened then? It didn't manifest, or the relationship changed?
When I wanted to go back, my mum died. So I had to cancel the trip.
Oh wow!
So that's where we are.
That's kind of first chapter, though.
Yeah.
But is it still on the cards? This project?
Everything is still on the cards.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. For you people out there, don't give up.
No, I'm now deep down in another story. I want to write a story or a book in which Berlin is the main protagonist.
Oh. Parts of Berlin, or the whole thing, or?
Well, you if now that I write, I zoom in on parts, that I can describe, but there has to be a fil rouge, a narrative, and this makes that it also becomes the story of Berlin in a certain time.
Ah.
So it's the bigger thing, and it's the partial thing.
Ah. But is it based on your own experiences or your own stories? Or
There's so much history in Berlin. So the thing about the history is that it's based on what I know through reading, and the other thing is that I want to see the places that are connected to the things that I read, and that's possible. If you read about Berlin, you can actually go and visit that place.
Right.
And the most interesting thing is that thanks to bombs, thanks to
bombs,
thanks to industrial revolution, lots of parts of Berlin have disappeared. And you can only try to imagine what it has looked like before, and there's several parts of that. So that's.
And when will we be able to hear this or read this?
Oh boy,
So-
I'm only at 6,000 words. It goes very slowly because I have to read.
Oh, but
a
you
lot.
started.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have to read it. I have to read a lot
Yeah.
before I can continue.
There's also an advert here for your tours, Renus's tours.
Is it?
And Jason's tours as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that's where where you pour your knowledge into or your experience. Or
No, not yet. Not
No.
yet, because I didn't mention the H word yet, or the H name. And
you mean Elon Musk?
Elon, Elon Musk.
Whether he actually made a Sieg Heil or not for Trump's. I mean, yeah, I've said it. Yeah,
They just
here we
do
are, like days away from this stuff.
They just put everything into the mixer because they also have the
Sure.
Bolshevik salute and whatever. Speaking of which, so the first main part is on Stalin.
Ah, yeah.
And because without him, Berlin might have looked differently.
Ah, interesting.
And that's a little bit that I want to describe.
Okay.
So if you come to Berlin, of course, in a near future, which might be at the moment that you're listening here, I might have added the tours in neighborhoods that have disappeared. And but check out. And now it's promotion.
Go on, do it.
Do we have a tune? Do we have a tune for it?
Okay, I'll find something. What about you can start? What about this? Do this.
Okay.
Renus is. Oh, it's only me. Oh, only I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Renus is tour time. Ba-dum-bum. Go.
Thanks. So if you want to come to Berlin and think let's have a walking tour with this giants of... I'm referring to my colleague Jason Honey because I'm just a sidekick. If you want to have a tour with a giant and me, just go to berlintours.net and you might find a tour of your liking.
berlintours.net. Step on down. Yeah. Okay.
Great, thank you.
Now I have this envelope in front of me, and there's this guy on one of the stamps. That's what I was going to say about 20 minutes ago. Who is that guy with the bowler hat on? I mean, people used to wear bowler hats then. I remember some stories of my Maltese relatives, and they used to wear bowler hats on Malta during the war.
You need a magnifying glass because I think
True.
to the right of him you see a book, and on the book might be his name.
Yes, you're right. And that name is Stalin. No, it can't be. The only way these days to read stuff is to use your damn phone, isn't it? So here, going in, heading in. Of course, all this stuff will be edited out in the perfect mix. So, going in, the name is, Tratayo, Sociologische General or Generale, Generale, Sociologica, Tratato.
May I?
God.
I also have a magnifying glass.
Go ahead. Do your stuff. I can show Renus. I mean, yeah, this is all going to be, there you go. Can you read that? I'm showing Renus the photograph that I just took of the stamp of the package that has come from Italy. There's some other stamps on it as well. But the guy you said worked, and hence my question about Bukowski as well, the connection, because he's a
guy,
philosopher, but he's also a postman.
No, that's the name is on the side, and I think it's Vittorio Pareto. And maybe it's also on the top of you.
What I'll do is I'll open this packet at the same time. It says "Bitte nicht knicken"
right.
on the back of
Vittorio Pareto and Trattato. So
tell us all about him, Renus. Beautiful stamps. You know what? I should save all the
Sociologia
stamps.
Generale. So he might have written a standard work.
Oh,
very important.
Okay.
Treaty on something.
Yeah. Okay. But that was one of the stamps on this packet.
That made him worth a stamp.
Okay. Great. I'm going to open the packet now.
And he was 52, 75 years old.
Wow.
No,
not bad. Okay. I'm going to try and open this. We should have like scissors. I need scissors around me all the time. 'Cause I don't want to damage the stamps.
Hey, wait a minute.
All these programs. Oh, on the other side, you mean? Just
yeah,
open it on
because
the
one
other
thing
part.
covered the stamp, and it's
What is it?
this.
Describe the other stamps, Renus, in great detail.
So, can you make a new picture? Because now we've got the name liberated.
Yep.
See?
Okay, great. Another picture of all the stamps.
Oh.
Oh,
So we will have his name right now, and you can look it up at home.
You can see yourself.
Or maybe you've got a book, Great Italians Whose Face Features on Stamps.
Exactly.
Oh.
Okay, that's done. So I'm going to open the packet.
Yeah.
Here goes. So this was sent this year, not in 1986. Oh, it says 20th of the 11th.
No, that's
of
only
November.
2 months ago.
Yeah, but it seems like an eternity since like so much is going to happen at the beginning of January.
Yeah. We had a war, we had COVID again. It's
since 1986.
We've got fires and storms and snow and ships sinking.
Yeah, and now Trump is
satellites
back in America,
falling down.
promising a golden age.
Drunken horses.
He's fraternizing with all the billionaires like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and Mr. Zuckerberg. It's a bit scary, really. Like surrounded by all these billionaires. The Apple guy as well. Renus is going, it's nothing.
No, it's just that they're going to make a shitload of money and that's it.
Yeah, true. True. Well, they just released all those 1,600 people that were arrested.
Yeah, they will remain in the United States.
Remain, yeah.
So they won't come
There's
here.
no danger of...
No.
This is great. I just opened the packet and inside it's got some beautifully wrapped in cardboard, but a packet of presumably Italian chocolate, granola proteica. It looks like a breakfast cereal or something like that. Renus, what do you think? And
it's granular with a lot of protein. Proteins.
So let's try and give us some kind of New Year's resolution here in 2025.
So that's breakfast cereals.
Exactly. So there's a cornucopia of stuff here. There's there's a sticker with an A on it.
The other stamp is really interesting because
We're going to the
you see a street, a typical street in Italy. Just imagine a typical street in Italy. And
course.
outside there are people who can't go in,
Mm.
and they look like fugitives. It must be migrants who are just on their way out of the country.
Right, being kicked out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're also in it looks like they're locked up in
Okay.
yeah. So this
This is Renus's
like a
interpretation here.
like a right-wing government putting out this
Okay, they were also
this,
at
yeah.
Trump's
100
inauguration as
years
well.
of kicking fugitives and migrants out of the country.
Right. Right. Okay, so there's a zine here as well. And on the front it says Catacomb. We were only talking about the French.
Oh
the
no, it's
Parisian-
not migrants. It's just something fascist. Women working on the grain.
Okay, well.
Battipaglia. Okay, good.
So, yeah, to describe the zine, Catacumana. Maybe it means catacombs in Italiana. And we were only talking about it in the other program, weren't we? In the first program of this series about the Parisian catacombs and what to do and what not to do, what not to take out of a place that's just got loads of human skulls in it.
When we're talking about fertilizer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah,
But
yeah,
refer to the previous program.
Yeah.
But this is a beautiful zine, handmade, describing. It's got pictures of the earth, pictures of places. Actually, one place looks like Mount Fuji in Japan. Strangely
Are
enough.
they drawings or pictures?
But
or?
it looks like ink drawings. How would you describe it, Renus? There's a bell. There's a coat of arms. There's an eye. It's all the pages have circular images on, and they're not printed. I think it's original because one of the images on the other side has got a print on it it's like it's been it's got wet, so then the image is like one of those Rorschach psychology sort of things that you're supposed to tell yourself what's going on in your life. Renus, what's going on in your life? If I show you some of these images, what do they remind you of? Without saying anything. I mean, not without saying anything. Great radio.
Yeah, that's the upper one.
What does it remind you
It's
of?
a landscape.
Yeah, something. Just the first words that come to you when I change the
That's a lake in Switzerland with
Yeah.
those two.
without thinking though. The first word that comes in your mind.
Lake,
Okay. Next.
bell,
Yeah.
island,
Island or an island.
globe,
Okay.
another globe.
Okay. If you'd like to pay the receptionist on your way out, then we'll just put it on your Krankenkasse card, your health insurance card. Okay. There's another beautiful one here as well. Another kind of zine, but it's more like a poster because I found that you can open it up. Oh, we're so lucky. We need to put all these. Oh yeah, kind of. It's not
this
really a poster.
this is a folding method.
Yeah, there's a folding thing. Maybe Renus can describe this as well. And it's pen and ink as well. And there's sketches and
Well, it's very well done,
things.
huh? Nice.
Yeah, it really feels like so much love has gone into it. And it says 8 of 30. So this is a limited edition. This is a smaller zine, I guess you could call it a zine. What would you call it?
These things are all called zines.
They're all zines,
Yeah.
including the breakfast cereal.
I've been
thing that we just
to
opened
a
just now.
couple of fairs, and that's what you see when you go past
It's an affair.
the tables. Yeah.
Okay, and there's also a CD here, and again lovingly wrapped, and it's got a piece of metal that's on the floor now, that poking it through its wrapper, and things are falling over in the studio. The cat's just brought down one of the studio curtains as well, which we will fix at some point. Okay, so
I see on the backside. Sorry, I see on the backside that is and this must be Michele Mazzani, who is also
Michele Mazzani.
Mazzani, who must be somewhere on the this envelope. Yeah, that's his name. And he is very much into hiking, and he is from the north east of Italy, and then you've got the Swiss Alps, the Dolomites. It's all very close, and even the region around Ravenna is a hillside and lower mountains.
Okay,
where you can walk for hours, and he's very much into it. And that's what you can see in this little zine. This must be drawings that he made on the way while walking over there. It's almost like Peter Handke used to do. He had a notebook and he was writing meticulously with his charcoal thing. How do you call this?
Charcoal.
How do you call this?
Stick.
How do you call
pencil?
This? A pencil.
Yeah.
So he was with his pencil and then sharpen it, and then writing again, and then making sketches. And it's got a little bit this speed of life, which is slow down to the walking, being, etc., without getting too about it.
Yeah.
And this is what you do.
Yeah, great. It reminds me of a moment this morning when I was on the train going on the U3, going through Wittenbergplatz, and then there was a guy that got on the train who looked maybe Turkish, I'm not sure, older, maybe in the 60s. Not so strange, I know, but the way he looked and the way I like, my favourite part on the trains, because I use them all the time, the U-Bahn here, is to have those, there's 4 seats generally on a train, and they're kind of enclosed off, or they're separated from the rest of the train, they're in a corner, so if you can get to that part, but more often than not, there's some guy that's been sleeping there all night, and he's laying across the thing or whatever, and hasn't washed for a long time, or whatever, So, but I'm lucky if I get that place. So today, I was looking at this guy, and he had his eyes closed, and it was a side image, and I just thought, oh God, in younger times I would have sketched him, or I would love to start sketching again as I used to, but to do it, and I guess people would just accept it, or maybe it would be a way of people saying he had his eyes closed.
Now
anyway,
that you tell me this,
these moments, beautiful moments.
But I certainly have a vision.
It's not a Virgin Mary, is it?
No, but in a way, if you've got a government, there's always a thing that you feel connected to it. They might do something,
start sketching
to
people.
Your advantage.
Instead
they
of
might
security cameras
that has a direct influence on your life.
Okay.
But now we've got a government that will set an example for the rest of the governments here in Europe. You can't connect to. No way that you can't connect to it. No way. First, you need 10 millions. At least 10 million. You're poor and a loser still if you've got 10 million. You can't connect. We can't connect. So what you do is you retreat, turn around, and in your case, what do you see? Your younger you making sketches in the metro. And maybe that might be a tendency in modern day society, that people just turn their back on what other people think is the future and pick up the things that they were good at.
Yeah. Yeah. Why we can't connect with the governments because we're so distant
mentally, psychologically, with hope, expectations. There's no hope, no expectations. There's just nothing.
Okay.
it's away. They're on their way to Mars, and
Yeah.
you can't get a ticket.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I like that. That sounds good. Oh yeah, talking about Mars as well. That connects with Adolf Hitler as well, doesn't it? I mean, Elon Musk. Sorry.
Elon Musk.
whatever. Talking about going to Mars. Would you go to Mars? Look, well, let's play something. We must. We
No,
must.
and I
We
stopped eating
must.
Mars bars
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Oh, were you into marathons or Mars or Snickers or what's your
Snickers.
favourite? Snickers. Yeah, I like
Snickers
Snickers
and
as
Lion.
well. Yeah.
Sometime.
Mars was not my favourite sort of thing.
No.
Although anyway, but I'm going to take the CD out of this packet. Oh, it's
Nuts also
looks like it's
sometimes.
blood stained. God, talking about murders and things like that. It looks like there's fingerprints of. There are fingerprints on it. There's red fingerprints on it. That reminds me. When I went to. There's a cat. There's a studio cat who lives here as well, and he wakes me up all through the night and stuff. And I went to empty his cat litter tray the other day, and a shard of glass went right into the back of my foot. And I was so tired, I just pulled it out, but it was about half an inch of glass, and now my foot hurts. I don't know whether it's healing or it's part of the healing or whether it's infected.
When it hurts,
Yeah, but didn't
hurts that
Didn't-
there's a battle going on. If it hurts,
Yeah.
there's a battle going on.
Yeah, but didn't what's his name die of cancer from having a foot thing? Bob Marley, didn't he ignore?
Yep.
Yeah.
But that was while playing
You sound really excited.
football bare feet
Ah.
and a rusty nail.
Oh,
Not-
that's another situation.
Not the things that,
isn't
that
it?
grow on your feet, but the one
Right.
that they used for Jesus.
Wow. Oh, wow. For
hands.
nailing them up. Allegedly. Do you
Yeah.
think they actually used nails in those times? Or I'm not talking about whether Jesus existed or
Yeah,
anything
that was,
like that. But...
the Iron Age was way,
Oh,
way back.
nail him up. We've
Yeah.
got 4 nails.
So we've got this.
He's worth it. For
Which
the
one you
nails.
want?
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I better put this CD in, shouldn't I? So here we go. But the CD goes by the name of Michele
no idea.
Mazzano, or because on the CD it says
Michele Marziano.
Michele.
Michele.
Michele. Le.
Yeah.
Michele. Le. Okay, it's important to get people's names right. If you hear Michele,
And
Michele,
now that we are at it, we at it. Elon Musk.
wow, we've said him like 4 times in the show.
Yeah,
so
but you will
far.
hear it in the streets everywhere.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Elon Musk.
It's not just him though, is it?
It's,
all
well,
the guys.
it's a little bit like Ben Hur, isn't it?
Yeah.
That people are in the streets
Yeah.
and messing up for his palace, and then he arrives on the balcony
Exactly.
and he goes like, and he can't make himself understandable because the whole crowd is roaring.
Exactly.
But
Go on.
the name of the label where you can buy all this, so for your Zinephiles and lovers of strange music and hard to get music for all your collectioners, this label is called Lonktaar. Lonktaar.
Great. Okay, let's go for it. So, first CD going in, first CD of the show. Which track? Oh, I guess we'll go for track 1, shall we?
The Tape Review Show.
Yeah, the Tape Review Show with Renus van Alebeek and myself, Adrian Shephard, on Radio 1 Berlin. And that was...
Yeah, we are right in the middle of Michele Mazzani's post from Ravenna in the northeast of Italy. And what you heard was part of a live recording that he did. And the CD is all works from 2010 to 2015. And I know also from experience, because he invited me once to be on one of the shows.
We can play it in the background.
Yeah,
this particular track
that he organized. And if people go out hiking, and if they go out hiking for days, they must know the refugium, the little capana, the little hut in the mountains where you can get a key to it, or it's open, where you can have your coffee, where you can shelter for a storm.
Can you have a sauna there as well?
There's no saunas. Maybe in the Scandinavian countries.
Oh.
But this is just a very simple refuge.
Can you get naked there?
Yeah, because you're on your own. And
we're always naked when
yeah.
we're on our own, aren't we?
And he found one of these to organize a show. Okay. So all the people had to go in their cars and drive for hours, follow the indications, stay there for the night, listen to shows in the evening, and then go home after the breakfast the next day.
Oh.
And this might have been one of the concerts at that time.
Great.
And if you imagine, this is 10 years ago. 10 years ago is a long time ago. And already the mood has changed.
Yeah.
The
landscape.
That's not the first time that I hear something of a long time ago, like 10 years. But it reminds me of the 90s, when everybody was thinking, we're all going to finish, and now it's party time, and it's almost done. No, but nobody believed that 2000 and what came after would ever start or ever go on.
Yeah.
So it was, but there was a belief that from 2000 we would count backwards.
Yeah.
And
sure.
And relive all those moments backwards. We would get younger. But no, it didn't happen. So
where were you when it turned then to 2000?
No
From
idea.
1999 to 2000. Not a party or something.
Maybe.
Because I've got two memories and I don't know which one's right.
I don't know.
One memory is that I was in Brighton, where I had 15 years before I left in my van to explore Europe, reading tarot cards and having a fine old time. That was my imagination of my ideal journey. But yes, I was in a house party, and they had that drink, what's it called, the green thing that all the absinthe, yep, you got it, and people were smoking joints as well. So I remember drinking absinthe and smoking a joint, and I was unconscious before the clock went 12. So I as far as I'm concerned, I never crossed the threshold of 2000. But another memory is being in France on the Pont Neuf, and people firing what now in Berlin it's just normal on New Year's Eve, but like kids were firing these guns. They looked like real guns and they had cartridges, but now you see them all over in Berlin.
Nowadays got
crazy,
anti-tank
yeah,
weapons.
Sure. Yeah, in fact that's what the governor of Berlin or the mayor said, it's not a war, okay? It's not a war, right? Because it gets pretty crazy. Yeah, in Schöneberg, apparently people's windows were blown. Yeah, blown. Like glass was showering down on people because the explosives were so powerful. Anyway, whatever. That's another experience. But yeah, I remember being on the Pont Neuf in Paris and thinking, what are these guys firing guns? Fuck, man, what's happening? I think they were German as well. Not that there's any, I'm not trying to say anything here. Anyway, we're listening to, in the background here, it's the 23-minute Sersa Titolo. And before that, we were listening to what's that, Renus? Maybe it's an Italian sort of title. Servza? Can you say? It was a 2-minute track. Bring it up.
Where are we? But are you on the other side?
Yeah, this is the second CD because there's 2 CDs in this packet.
The first is Senza without.
Senza. Ah, yeah.
And the other one is Senza Titolo without a title.
And what does that mean? Does it mean anything?
Without a title.
Okay. Oh, untitled. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one was untitled, and the other one is without a title. Okay. And if we were to go on, then the next one will be Astray, not Ashtray. But we're going to play Volume 1 as well. That was Volume 2. We started with 2, Imposta Fabbricazione Spiriti. Fabbricazione Spiriti? What would that be?
Spiritual publications.
Okay. So maybe they went up into that mountain to contact the spirits, do you think, Renus? Does it say the date that they did it?
No, Michele is one of those Italian friends who's got such a rich vocabulary that I'm just humping behind him, trying to understand what he says.
Humping? Are you sure you want to use that word, humping?
Yeah, hump.
Okay.
Because it's too rich for me.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that this Imposta Fabbricazione Spiriti is much more closer to the Latin than to the Italian. And imposting the making of spirits. Yeah, trying to do as if you're fabricating spirits, something like that.
Bringing up spirits or drinking spirits, like I was on
producing
maybe on the year 2000.
Spirits.
Maybe
No,
2001.
but spirits not as in drink, but as in soul and another world.
Okay, yeah, that stuff.
The guy with the nails.
You know, there was no. I mean, he wasn't. There was. He didn't. I was just talking about this the other day. Probably spoken about it on Radio 1 before, but like
we should have him
I'm not
on one
that-
of our shows.
oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
There's lots.
maybe
of,
he would start talking and without stopping.
walking on water. If you give him some water
Yeah,
to
yeah,
drink,
yeah.
and then he ends up
We'll
walking
say
on
just a bathtub. It's okay.
putting
but
his toes in it.
if you can walk on
Yeah.
it, you can also stand on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But anyway, but he didn't have a surname. There was no surname. So I mean, like, it's pretty unlikely that history would have recorded this. There's no evidence that he actually existed, isn't it? Go on, tell me. I'm putting Renus on the spot.
No, he didn't. They didn't
putting
find
him on the
it.
cross. I'm putting
They
Renus on the
didn't
cross.
find a grave.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing, is there?
They thought that they found nails and that they found his bed sheets.
That's a good one. Maybe we should leave it there. Okay, so yeah, Christ was not the surname. There was no there's no way.
Was it not from Nazareth?
Jesus from
But there were no
Nazareth.
Well, people had surnames because the government thought, well, if we don't register them, we can't have them pay taxes.
Yeah.
So you got a surname after you were registered.
I thought surnames came in much later in human history. Certainly in England, anyway. That was after taxes, I think. Yeah, I think it was when. No, it was after the plague, after the Black Plague. The Black Plague. Is that right? Am I saying this correct? Because people during was it after the Black Plague? Then they started moving from one. Oh no, because of the plague, people started moving out of their little villages and things like that.
Okay.
And then they needed surnames because before then people knew who they were. Peter, Paul, John, Ringo, and
no, is it Peter?
Yeah, I don't
in the
know.
beginning,
Peter, Paul, and Mandy. I don't know. No, there was a Peter. Wasn't there a Peter
in the beginning?
Fonda?
In the beginning.
He was a drummer before. No, he was kicked out of the Beatles.
Yeah.
He died.
He was left
of a brain hemorrhage or something.
Yeah, he was
Wasn't
left
he beaten up by the Beatles.
by John. And he was left. He was left
To die in Abbey Road.
in Hamburg.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Little known.
So there's a grave for the unknown Beatle. No, he's known
Wow.
for the
6 legs,
abandoned.
8 legs.
Oof.
How many Beatles have legs?
What you do?
Not sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's leave that
Yeah.
story to rest. Yeah, till we dig it up. Many years later, after writing some biblical text and getting everyone to believe our fairy stories. Okay, the next CD, should we bring that into the mix? If we had 2 CD players in the studio, that would be how we would do it, but no, we can't. Let's do this. What is this show? Does anyone know what the show is?
Tape review show.
Oh yeah, that's right. Exactly. Okay, I won't fade that down. Okay, I'm putting the next white CD with blood
Are
stained.
they both white?
Yeah, they are, but
Oh.
they've got these little fingerprints.
Okay,
Maybe
so one has
maybe it
got
is
one
blood.
dot and the other one's got 2 dots.
No, the other one does have the title in it.
Oh.
Title, which would be Archive 1, no, Volume 1, Imposta Fabbricazione
The bringing up of spirit.
Spiriti. And the first one is Poupée, which is French for doll, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go, with an accent. My French comes back. It's going to start straight away, so let's just get rid of ourselves. I could put another tape review show jingle in. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That kind of ruins everything, doesn't it? Doing that after that sensitive, doll, poopy track. Dolls I have known and loved.
Anyways, to round this up, Michele Mazzani, who sent this packet with his
Thank you very much for it.
with his works from 2010 to 2015, parts that he made, parts of that was recorded live. If you go to Lonktaar, Lonktaar, it's also a blogspot, mind you. This is blogspot.
Wow, are people still doing blog spots?
That still exist.
Ah.
Who owns this? Anyway, if you go there, you find a giant catalog of his zines, some of which we have here, and it's all very carefully crafted by hand, and even this CD's got the titles written by hand.
Beautiful.
Yep.
It's beautiful. We're going to play more of your stuff.
It remains here.
Your material.
Yeah.
I should say. Yeah, my mum had a doll that she was given in Malta during the war. So it's about 100 years old. No, it's about 80 years old, I guess. More than that, I don't know. I think it was much older. And she's still got it. And when you turn it over, it's lost all its hair, of course, because it's so old. It has a wig, an orange wig. And when you turn it,
where's this going to?
When you turn it, over, it says "Heil Hitler." No, it doesn't. No, it
says,
yeah, sure. No, she was in Malta, and that was an Allied sort of thing, wasn't it? But no, when you turn it over, it says "Mama just killed a man, put a gun against his head to the." No, it doesn't. It doesn't say that. No, it says "Mama." It says "Mama."
That's
really disturbing.
That's where he got it from, Freddie.
Maybe
Mama.
my mum does have a history. She saw the Beatles. She saw the Rolling Stones, and she went out with a serial killer. I think said he danced really well. Not Fred West.
Stalin also danced very well.
I don't know. That's another story. There's a program. I made a program interviewing my mum, and that may or may not come up during that show.
It's radio on Mum.
Yeah, sure. But that's another show for another time.
True.
Interview your parents, no matter, and your siblings. Interview them and send them in to us. Radio on www.berlin.com. You just look it up. Just look up Radio on Berlin. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. We are everywhere.
He's everywhere, yeah. But you'll get bored with him. And 4 years will go very fast, won't it, Renus? I mean, I know he's going to be working on his social media all the time.
No,
but it's going to go very fast.
He's going to be here forever.
He's not going to get in again.
Yeah,
he won't. He's going to be like a doll. He'll be like this kind of puppet.
This is the eternal
thing.
reign.
Yeah, maybe.
We're going to die first. Anyways.
Yeah. Renus is really excited because there's a box here, and it might contain a doll. It might contain a haunted doll.
There's a box that you can
Renus,
read.
Take a photo of this.
You can read.
Take a photo of me with the box.
Okay.
So all our listeners can see this.
Photo with the box. Come on, here's a photo with the box.
Take my glasses off. Make sure I'm looking good. Right. So, look.
Yep. Okay. You. And another one.
Okay. Another one. What about this one?
Yeah.
That one. What about me with my clothes off?
Good.
That was fast. I'm a fast declother. Okay. That's another story for another time. Box. It's a box, and it says the land is Einführabgabenland. Deutsche Post, DHL, Renus van Alebeek.
It was held by the customs, and I had to pay.
No way.
Yes.
No. So it's from the UK.
No.
It's
farther away.
Further away. Japan. No.
Other side.
Canada. Alaska. Alaska another time. It's bad jokes. They're so bad. And you know, who writes the scripts? Not even ChatGPT would come up with something like that. Anyway, it's a box.
Or they would.
It's a box that could contain a kind of robot from the future in it. It doesn't say where the return address is. How am I supposed to find out? It doesn't even say anything. There's no stamps on this.
Well, I looked
Renus, you paid €5.25.
No, I did not. I paid 11.
€11.25. Fuck, man. We got to... Look, please, send in money to Radio On. We have to pay for this stuff. Shit, that's crazy. Okay, right.
Well,
so
that's.
where is it from, though?
I think that's
From Germany.
No,
No. It's from,
that's a mistake that you make when you think from what do I have to fill in? Is it something? Well, it's worth something. No, it's not worth something. It's worth.
there might be gold. There might be gold in here.
If you send us something, it isn't worth a far thing. Yeah.
Right.
As soon as it's worth something, you have to pay customs.
Okay. It's from California.
and
California.
it's a present. And
Yeah.
it's not even present. It's garbage. You send us garbage. It's a prank.
Goodman Shipping. Okay. But it's definitely from Americana land, isn't it? Los
Yeah,
Angeles.
But it was sent
Man.
by a good man.
Whoa. Go on. Tell me all about them.
No, it was on me to make a very bad joke.
Oh, it was from a good man.
No, the guy is called Goodman.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I
geez,
think-
I just read that and I didn't get it. Bad. Right. Timing. It's all about timing. But I can do all that in the editing. That's the thing. I can
Yeah.
make us sound really
Clever.
funny,
Yeah.
you know, and add lots of applause and stuff like that, you know. Do it again. Go on. It was sent from a good man. Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. No, don't. All right. Okay, right.
Our
Just
studio audience.
Open the goddamn
we just
thing.
have to close the window.
Yeah.
Again. They're going on like that all the time.
Winter.
They're
It's
going
winter
wild.
here. Right, I'm opening it with my teeth. I should use the cat.
Maybe we should cut on the free drinks. I mean, they get very enthusiastic,
Yeah.
but I think it's more from the drinking. than listening to
Yeah,
us.
that's right. I know. It's hard, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
Free drinks for everybody here.
Yeah.
Everybody, come on.
Do you hear it as all?
Yeah.
Do you hear?
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
reaction.
yeah,
No.
nothing.
They're not
Yeah.
listening to us.
No, they're not. Okay, right. I wonder how many times we can use that. Right, I'm opening it. Right, I'll do it. Look, let's show our studio microphones. Ooh. Gotta be careful. There could be anything in here. There could be the fires from Los Angeles.
Oh wow!
Did Los Angeles? Oh, it's wrapped up again inside. Oh, there's a letter.
Okay.
Dear Radio On, here are the remains of my pets that were unfortunately... Oh no, it does say Dear Radio On. Dear Radio On Berlin. We need sounds. We need sounds. Rinus. Right, you do something.
Sounds.
I'll do something in the background. Turn this off, turn that off. Ready? Right. Okay, Renus doing his thing.
This sounds.
What?
This sounds like the beginning of. Da 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 da
Uh-huh.
da 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 da.
Okay, whatever you say. Okay.
To the rock and roll,
Okay.
to the magic. Okay.
Okay, ready? Just setting some things up for your entertainment. This is for you guys. Okay, ready? Dear Radio On Berlin, I humbly enclose for you here a cassette tape of brand new music that you will perhaps enjoy. Back on your 18th of the 12th 22 tape review show, you did an extended episode reviewing a couple of LPs by a mysterious band named Random Patterns. Well, they were a band out of Los Angeles, specifically Highland Park, now burned down to the ground circa 2008 through 2013 CE, who played psychedelic rock music with great conviction through Southern California. One night, after a show at the American Legion Hall, Random patterns told everyone they were off to find a golden cactus that the ancient Tapanika poets said was an infinite source of music and harmony somewhere past the Sonoran Desert into the Valley of Mexico, now known as New America. They vanished and were never seen or heard from ever again. If you listen to their song Corruption in the Licorice Den, it's all there like a prophecy. I'm telling you this because I knew the singer. He left me a guitar and some journals with page after page filled with songs and mathematical proofs and bizarre diagrams that I've spent all these years deciphering. The music I'm sending you now, Tele-Electrica SUPERBAS, is a product of this work. Volume 1, Sounds, Shades and Stone Wonders is the name of the album. And listen to one cassette tape while wandering around your local district or zone of the dog. It is music. Or perhaps an open electrical charge made in a dirt and rain-filled pothole instead of in a dirt and rain-filled pothole instead of a dust and static-free vacuum. You can also find it bravely situated on all digital platforms. I hope you enjoy. Peace and love. C. Fry, Los Angeles, California. Tele-Electrica SUPERBAS at Tele-Electrica SUPERBAS, Tele-Electrica SUPERBAS at gmail.com, /www.superbass. Anyway, I've still not opened the packet. Oh, no, I have. I just read the thing. Yeah, so, all right, so there's a packet. There's stuff inside from California. Actually, I wouldn't put this inside, guys. Look, you're talking about, like, that's how Los Angeles burned down, putting all this paper in.
Yeah, but it's not in Los Angeles, so it didn't help the fire.
Dead Los Angeles. And I shouldn't make so light of something that must be really disastrous. Is there a map? Rinus has got a map.
Los Angeles paper.
Yeah,
well,
it's a map.
That's what it looks like. So the fire is over here. I'm so well. No, this is really fucked up.
We can't do that. We can't do that. No. And it's terrible. People have lost their homes, their lives, their livelihoods.
Yeah, no, but it's Hollywood disappeared. So David Lynch is dead, and all that, and his house burned down, and all his movies are going up in smoke. So if you could look at it, this heap is a little bit like the West Coast. And the fire is about here. I've got a friend who lives here, and from here she made pictures and movies of the fire coming down. And it all looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger in 2003. But if that would be 2003 and Arnold Schwarzenegger, the fire would have been extinguished within 2 hours. Because that's how long you will take to watch that movie. And,
Which one?
Los Angeles Burns or something like that.
Okay.
Los Angeles Inferno. The Empire Strikes Twice.
So you've not read Bukowski, right? You were not into William S. Burroughs, and you've never seen Terminator. Right?
I did.
You did? Oh,
yes. And
where were you?
2 as well.
Oh, wow.
And Robocop.
Okay. Was that set in Los Angeles? It might have been.
Of course.
Okay. All right. So I'm opening the packet now. Sorry, you guys. We're not making things flippant. but we're just not we can't ever imagine what it would be like, because Berlin winters are,
That was actually
so
good
cold.
music, wasn't it?
There's
Random
no fire
Patterns. Do
or
you remember
anything.
all those albums that we had? We had
Yeah,
albums.
Sure, I know. We must
Those
do
were the
more. We
days,
must make
those
more
were the
music.
days, yeah,
Got
yeah.
to. Right, this is not the sound of fire, but
If ever we had listeners, they
Yeah.
would send us more.
I know in the
Yeah.
future that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
When we're all dead and gone, then they'll discover these shows.
That's a
and
song.
Then probably.
Oh, when I'm dead and gone.
And Dead Los Angeles as well. Isn't that what was that? It's not the
Starsky and Hutch?
Now
Los
you're talking.
Angeles police. Oh no, they were in Miami.
No, they weren't in Miami.
They
no
were-
way. They were in New York.
No,
No way.
no.
Starsky and Hutch were definitely in New York City.
But it started all with the speedboat and water and wearing Armani, which became very fashionable around that time.
No way.
No, Starsky and Hutch.
Where were they?
It was always sun and,
Look, I'm gonna
and palm
ask.
trees.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe
Right?
maybe Beretta was in no.
No, let's ask. Let's ask the creature.
Okay, who was in
Who?
Kojak?
Oh yeah, Kojak. That was Telly Sue Alice.
Kojak was in New York.
Yeah,
definitely,
okay, right.
definitely. So every major city in the United States had its own
Yeah.
series detectives.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to ask. So, where was Starsky and Hutch based?
Miami Vice, I'm talking about, not
Yeah.
Starsky and
Oh,
Hutch.
you were talking about Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah, but I was thinking Miami Vice.
That's no good. That doesn't win
Oh
anything.
God!
All right. Okay, go on then.
No, I believe you. Starsky and Hutch, of course, New York.
Okay, all right. All right, enough of that. Oh, okay, so we're agreed.
Yeah.
And Kojak, that was also New York.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, all right. End of that
And then it
story.
spread to Miami. Miami Vice with Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah, and then Dexter, that was in Miami as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, but not in the 90s.
I don't know.
What?
2000s. I'm opening
Oh.
the tapes. I'm opening them. Whoa. Oh, look, let's just have 10 minutes. No, 10 seconds for Los Angeles. Okay. Wow, great. Wow, these are, they say, we have 2 tapes of the same
Yes.
thing as well. We could sell one.
No.
And then
They're different colors. Oh, no.
they're different colours. No, they're the same. You sent us 2 of the same
Adrian,
thing. Amazing.
we are 2 people.
I know. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Did they know there were 2 people in
I
Radio
think
One?
so, because when you listen to us, it's not that this
Or
is
maybe
a ventriloquist show.
Maybe it was me and a cat, me and the studio
Yeah,
cat,
yeah,
Thibaut. Huh? Tele-Electrica SUPERBAS, Volume 1, Sound Shades and Tone Wonders. And they're also wrapped up as well.
But it's the other one, Volume 2.
How professional. Side A and Side B. No, they both got
Identical.
the same tracks. Yep.
and
Overstellar Inner Drive. Whoa, what about that for a title? Overstellar Inner Drive. When I first moved
That's
to Brighton, that's how I
something
met.
when you juggle with
That's
Pink Floyd LP.
Oh yeah, okay, of course. So, I wasn't sure, like after all your previous reading sort of stuff before, whether you would have got the thing. When I first moved to Brighton many moons ago, before I moved out, and then had a cart and horses and went round Europe reading tarot cards for the
For the
communities of Europe, before Europe became where it wasn't possible for you to travel around anymore without passports and stuff like that. And these new things they've brought in where you have to pay to go to somewhere outside Europe or go to the UK now, or you're going to have to pay €10, something, 12 euros or something, or whatever.
Entrance
and then when
fee?
you go back into Europe, you have to pay something else. And, etc., etc. Yeah, because they're trying to track people, because to protect us, it's to protect us all, so that
Because we're all afraid, aren't we? Because of all this stuff that's going on all the time. Just be afraid.
etc.
but
Okay.
yeah, it's wrapped up. It's wrapped up. It's wrapped up. These tapes. Yeah, so I'm trying to get open the tapes now. Maybe you can do this, Renus. Look, can you open the plastic on that one? And I'll try and use a pencil.
Yep.
I should always have something here, shouldn't I? I've got my teeth. I've got the cat as well. The cat should
use this.
No, it's okay.
Just
I've
go
opened it. Yeah, that's a really good pen, though. I don't want to use that.
Oh, sorry.
It's going to damage.
This is a good pen. I need a new pen.
They're good pens.
Yeah.
They're good pens for sketching. In fact, I bet the guy before.
What's their name?
The previous Italian thing. They're so common. They're about 99 cents.
Oh wow!
But they're really nice.
But you only.
And that one's mine. Give it to me.
Yeah. So this is Stettler. Okay, Stettler pens.
Dead Los Angeles. It wasn't the Dead Kennedys, was it, that did that one? Dead Los Angeles. Dead Los Angeles. Oh, come on, Renus. You must remember that track. Dead Los Angeles. Oh, damn. I'm not even saying it right. But this is very professional. Your tape is extremely professional, Renus. What about that? Huh?
Extremely professional.
Yeah. You've got everything. It says sounds, shades, and tone wonders.
The only thing is that
Sonidos, sombras y maravillas del tono.
But you can see this is made for an audience under 25 who still have good eyesight, or people who can afford very good glasses. God, because what is written there?
I don't know. Yeah, good. I can read it. I can read it. Don't worry. All words and music written by Chris Frias. Guitar, vocals, drum machine, percussion, synthesizer, keyboard. I won't give anything away. Piano by Chris Frias. Drums, percussion by Vince. Hello, engineering, mixing and mastering by Joel. Jerome.
Can you
recorded, mixed,
go a little bit
special
down
thanks
with your
to my family
voice?
and friends all over the globe. What? Go down where?
Yeah, but this reminded me of something.
Go down.
No. What you were just doing, that was just reminding me of. Oh God, that tune, that tune.
Something melancholic.
Something.
Eric Satie.
No,
maybe
before Tom Waits.
Okay.
But not very much before Tom Waits.
All right. I can do Tom Waits if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
But John,
ready
you know
this?
that John Denver actually is Tom Waits.
Too many cigarettes in this world, and whiskey blues, it's all on the floor.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah. But he used a very much more simple trick.
Yeah, go on, tell me.
He pitched down the speed.
The speed? Oh, he took speed and then...
No. So you've got the normal recording, which goes like 45, and then he pitched it down, and it went like...
What?
32.
On his records? So in real life, he sounded...
Like that all the time. Like, well, I've just opened another packet of cigarettes, and then I'll
Go down to the down.
You can try...
I love you, so beautiful nights in satin.
Something like that.
Yeah, you could try it at home.
Yeah, if you got one of these machines, you could do it.
No,
yeah, sure.
no, the old school. You take a John Denver record.
Okay, that's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
And then you just go down with how do you call it? The pitch
shifter. Yeah.
The pitch shifter.
Slow down the tape.
You slow it down.
Days. Yeah.
So it goes from country roads take me out. Go to country roads.
Always take me home to the place I belong. Westwood.
That. Yeah. I just discovered this by accident. I thought, my God,
probably best.
Look at that. Look
Wow.
at that. You're just not ruining your voice.
Oh.
It's not like that. It's not like that.
Down by law.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we going to play this cassette or what?
Oh yeah, there it is.
Okay, here it comes. Oh, it's there.
It's playing.
It's not. It's no. There's nothing playing.
Here it's playing.
Really?
Almost. Yes.
Oh yeah, I can hear the fuzz. Here we go. Radio On.
Yeah, I'm excited. What's the name of this all?
What is it all?
No,
It's called Tele-Electrica SUPERBAS Volume 1.
it's one moment you're talking about Los Angeles burning down in a movie featuring Arnold Schwarzenegger from 2003,
From
and
the
he solves
future.
the whole problem
Yeah.
within 2 hours. But
Yeah.
this will be a perfect soundtrack.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean-
or if they need a serial killer
Arnold's
in a movie,
Yeah.
you could be totally it.
Yeah,
Also playing the guitar and just pondering
Exactly.
about the next victim.
yeah.
The
Or
guy who kills toy rabbits
what?
from children in the neighborhood.
Something
he
like that,
strangles
yeah.
them and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
come
And
on.
David Lynch comes in.
Next track.
Yeah.
Next track.
The next track.
Next
Okay,
track.
go on. Play the next track.
What do you think?
What?
Did they burn Werner Herzog's home?
Does he have a place in Hollywood then, or
Yeah.
shall I look it up? Was Werner Herzog's what?
But
Put it loud.
Yeah.
Oh, up. That's something else, isn't it? Oh.
going on?
It's all crazy. What happened? Tell me.
Just stop playing.
The Tape Review Show.
Yeah, Los Angeles, straight live and direct, not live and direct.
You
Tele-Electrica SUPERBAS Volume 1.
but,
Yep.
but you can read the title.
Oh yeah, I can read but this one that was for me or the cat or you, Renus, is still in its wrapping. Where's the actual cassette thing itself?
yeah.
Here.
The
Yep.
J card. It's called.
And so the tracks doesn't say the tracks. Oh yeah, it does. It does. Side A, Over Stellar Inner Drive, which we were chatting about before. Yeah, when I first moved to Brighton, that was the story I was going to say. Then I was living in a very small place by the seafront, Brighton, in the UK, and I heard someone playing Interstellar Overdrive from there. It was a bunch of very small rooms that people were living in and stuff, and that's how I met Ian Halliwell and how we made a band.
Is
stuff.
that
He
the
was
girl
playing
from Spice Girls? Isn't she from the Spice Girls?
Ian Halliwell.
Yeah.
Not even remotely.
Okay.
Anyway, but first track, Overstellar Inner Drive. And then second track, Pothole Musique. Third one, Hamburg Dream.
That's the
now
one
it's all
that's coming up.
connecting now, isn't it?
Yeah.
All these shows, we don't know
Talking
why.
Talking about connecting,
Yep.
I'm heavily thinking now of Don Campo,
Go on.
who we remember, no? And Don, who makes music like ages, like eons, like a long time. And all on his own, and all with a mind of his own, and not like from he's stubborn. It's from I make music and I'm feeling good, and if my friends listen to this, they feel good as well.
Yep.
And some of his friends might join him on making music together.
Great.
And I think these two guys, they would be great matches. Just have a battle of guitars and see how they can come up with weird sounds in the background. So what's the name?
What's the name? This one?
Yeah.
Tele-Electrica SUPERBAS Volume 1.
The Tape Review Show.
There. How was that? Marks out of 10. Arenas.
No, he doesn't write with his name. He's called Sea Fry.
Sea Fry.
But your real name is not
Sea
Sea
Fry?
Fry. But if you want to be called Sea Fry.
Chat Fry. No. Chat.
So I know you're going to listen to this, and
Yep.
we appreciate
Listen and weep.
and we appreciate very much the LPs. In fact, we don't have any tapes anymore. We don't. have
It's Chris Fry's.
Chris Fries. Chris.
No, Chris Frias. Chris Frias.
Frias.
Yeah.
So
There you go. Got your name right.
So
Finally.
Chris, we thank you. I know you're going to listen to this, and you hear me talking to you.
Exactly.
Thanks for this Random Patterns albums, and that's what I want to come back to, because we don't have any tapes anymore waiting for us. So
Okay.
we've gone through all
That's
the
good.
things
Yeah.
that we have, which isn't the end of the tape review show,
No.
because I look forward to playing all that stuff again.
Yeah.
Because it's all here.
Exactly.
As the LPs and the CDs are concerned, they are here.
But we haven't played everything from everything, have
No,
we?
the
So-
cassettes are at my place.
Yeah.
So
Is it safe?
yeah. That's, I'm not directly under the roof.
Okay.
There's no animals eating it. The only thing is that I would have a little bit of a problem to find everything.
Okay.
Anyways, no, but Chris, I think, if you're into it,
Send
Same
us
for-
more.
also, but keep in mind, Don Campo, and Campo is Campau. Check him out.
Yep.
Check him out.
That's
I'm
for you,
not
Chris.
telling anything. There's also wood fires in Santa Rosa where he lives, so you can feel at home. It's
God, that's so bad.
no.
We cannot imagine what it's
The
like
more
out
the
there.
more you go up,
Cannot imagine.
you've got if
Yeah.
they're gonna touch the big sequoias, I mean, then you need another government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
If they let the sequoias burn, you need another government. Yeah. Okay. That's some.
Yeah. Good luck with Mr. T.
There. Let's have a hamburger.
Okay. So, hit it. Go on. You're listening to Radio on Berlin. Yeah, that was the last track, or it was the third track actually, but it's the last track of this show.
Yeah, it's
So
been a pleasure to
Exactly.
have you here
Beautiful.
with us. And what was it? Trial run tapes, Michele Mazzani's report from his long gone years, which is also the matter with trial run tapes and a brand new album.
Exactly. And if you want
By
to join us,
difficult name,
then
difficult
send
name.
stuff in.
Tele-Electrica SUPERBAS Volume 1. That's his name.
Yep.
Okay.
Good name.
Yeah.
It's a name.
It's a name.
And if you want to send stuff in to us, Renus's address, or contact us at
Radio
on
Berlin.com or the Instagram address, which is radio something Berlin dots or underscores or whatever.
And we left Twitter.
Oh yeah,
when the guy took over.
Yeah.
So that's it. No more of that
Yep.
stuff.
No,
we
no.
moved on.
Yeah, we need
And,
another fascism, so we don't need the old fascism.
No.
We go
Exactly.
for our own.
Whatever that
I mean,
means.
we're
Okay.
we're here in
This was
Berlin.
supposed to be a roundup of the show.
Yeah, next step is Rome.
Yeah.
Next step is
Exactly.
Rome.
Ancient Rome.
Yeah.
Or ancient Greece. Or ancient Egypt. And yeah, listen to our podcasts and subscribe and send us
Money.
Send us your stuff. Send us, we're all right. So yeah, send us whatever. Support us.
Fluffy
because
stuff.
we're still
fluffy
going.
stuff is also
Yeah,
okay.
send us
That's
dolls
kids.
that talk, haunted
Yep.
anathema.
If you just kill the toy rabbit, you can also send it. It's, no problem.
Yeah,
We-
sure.
we
We'll turn
take
it into another
we
kind of
repair it.
serial pets killer show. So thank you very much for joining us.
Because in our real life,
and-
we've got a rabbit repair shop.
Oh, that's good. That's a good name for something. Rabbit. I'm not even going to say it again because it's too good. Rabbit repair shop. Good night and sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite.
Bye bye.
You have been listening to radio on Berlin.
Yeah!
Well, that's done.